All right, this is Pre-Algebra lesson 7.2. It's solving multi-step equations. Here's the deal. It's very simple. I showed you this yesterday just a little bit, and that is this. If I have this m plus 2m minus 4 equals 14, here's the deal. First thing we always do is what? No. What the first thing we always do? First thing we always do, line on the equal sign. That's just what we do. We're going to separate them. Now, this is what I call it. We are going to clean house. Before you start solving the equation, you need to clean each house. This house is clean, right? There's just a 14 there. There's nothing to do there. Over here, however, it's not clean. You need to clean up. What can we clean up? What can we simplify? The m plus 2m. What is m plus 2m? 3m minus 4 equals 14. I want you to rewrite it cleaned up. So now this looks just like something you would have done yesterday. Agreed? That's the whole point, is that you're going to have to clean up the house so that it gets to the point where it looks like just a simple two-step equation. Okay? It would be no different than, well, then that's easy. That's plus 4 plus 4. You know how to do this. 3m equals 18 divided by 3 divided by 3. M equals 6. And you could go back up and plug that in really quick. I would plug it into here, but whatever. Sometimes, I mean, it may not even be on this assignment, but sometimes you have to clean up both sides. Let's look at one here. Here we go. 2 times 5x minus 3 equals 10 plus 4. Now, here's the deal. I'm going to show you this one again, and then I'm going to start letting you guys do a couple. What's the first thing we do on any equation? Line on the equal sign. You're setting up the problem. Does either side need to be cleaned up? Yeah. They both need to be cleaned up, right? So we're going to turn this into just 14, right? And over here, what do I need to do? Not cross multiply. What's it called? It's called distributive property. Get used to that word. It's called the distributive property. Rainbow, rainbow. 10x minus, and a lot of you, what do a lot of you put right now? A lot of you, when you make a mistake, you put a 3. You forget to rainbow the second one, right? That's stupid, right? 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, what does this look like? 10x. What does it look like? It looks like what we did yesterday, right? Don't you agree? Plus 6 plus 6. 10x equals 20 divided by 10 divided by 10. X equals 2. Okay. I'll give you a tough one. Here we go. This will be a tough one. See if you can do it, yeah. Minus 3 times 4y plus 2 plus y equals 38. On me. Eyes are up here now. Okay, you're watching. So just watch the steps. Watch the progression. First thing we do, line down the equal sign. Next thing we do is you look over here and go, does that need to be cleaned up? No, it's clean. Is this clean over here? No. Not at all. What do? I need to do the distributive property, right? Rainbow, rainbow. So that would be a negative 12y minus 6 plus y. Do you agree?
I did a. Minus a.
No, I got it. Okay, yeah, okay. That's where I am.
You all see it, though? I mean, do you see that what I did there? And you see where we got? Yeah. I don't know why you think 3 times 2 is 8. It's beyond me. I don't know. Anyway, equals 38. Now I have to clean this up. Is it clean yet? Is that clean?
No.
No, why? What do I have to do? It's called combining like terms, right? I need to combine like terms. I need to combine those y's. All right, so from here we have to combine like terms. Combine the negative 12y and the plus y. What is plus y? That is plus 1, right? There's an invisible 1 there. All right, so negative 12 plus 1 is negative 11. Y minus 6 equals 38. Plus 6. Now what does that look like? It looks like what we did yesterday, right? Plus 6 is negative 11y equals 44. Divided by negative 11, divided by negative 11. y equals what? Negative 4. Did you get that, Sheena? She's the only one. Because you all don't know how to add or subtract. Yeah, I know. It's a bummer. Okay, try this one then. Try, there's more to this. Negative 3m minus, negative 3 times m minus 6 equals 4. This one does not come out even, but you still, there's no decimal here, so don't write it as a decimal. Don't do it. Leave the answer as a fraction. So here we go. First thing we do is line on the equal sign. Next thing we do is we have to clean the houses. We've got to clean them up. That side's clean. Nothing to do. Over here, is there anything to do? Yes, you've got to clean it up. You have to use the distributive property. Rainbow, rainbow. Negative 3 times m is negative 3m. Negative 3 times a negative 6 is a positive 18 equals 4. Right? Negative 3 times a negative 6.
Minus 18.
Right. Does it make sense why it wouldn't be, though? Because, look, it's a minus 3 times a minus 6.
I thought you still leave it anyway.
No. No. And now this looks just like what you did yesterday, right? Minus 18, minus 18. Again, you have to be able to do, what is 4 minus 18? Negative 14. Divide by negative 3. Divide by negative 3. M equals. And now here's the deal. Two negatives. A negative divided by a negative makes it a positive. So the answer is a positive. What is 14 over 3? Listen, I wouldn't even mark it wrong if you left it 14 thirds. That's okay. But if you wanted to change to a mixed number, that would be what? 4 and 2 thirds. Either one works. No. There's no, how can there be a fifth down here when it's a 3? You know what I'm saying? Maybe you just wrote it wrong somewhere, I don't know. Okay, try another one. This one does come out even. 3 times x plus 12 minus x equals 8. And we'll make it equals 6 plus 2. Make it easy. Seriously. Here we go. All right, first thing we do is line on the equal sign. Separate the houses. Next thing we have to do is before we solve this, we have to clean each house. Got to clean them up. Means simplify, right? 6 plus 2 is 8. So this side over here is 8. Over here, it's a mess, right? There's lots to clean up. But what I need to do first is the distributive property. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 12 is plus 36 minus x.
Oh, wait, plus? A minus 36?
No, sorry, plus 36. You're right. Plus 36. Good. Now, am I done? Is this cleaned up?
No.
No, I can combine 3x minus x. Remember, each of these guys has their own term, right? They all have their own little term. What's the one in front of that 3x?
1x.
A plus sign. What's in front of this 3x?
Oh,
A plus sign, right? So 3x minus x is 2x plus 36 equals 8. Minus 36 minus 36, 2x equals 8 minus 36 is negative 28. Divide by 2, x equals negative 14. How many of you got that? 2 people. Right. What happened?
Oh, I messed up.
Positive and negatives again, right?
No.
No. Okay. Last sample, guys, and then I got to let you go. Last sample. And then I got to teach you, there's one more concept we have to learn. Try one more. I'll make an easy one for you. 4 times y minus 1 equals 36. You're watching. Line on the equal sign. Seriously, Jade, you're up here. You're watching. Cleaned up? No? Not the 36 is not cleaned up? Oh. Is this cleaned up?
No.
Rainbow, rainbow. 4y minus 4 equals 36. Plus 4 plus 4. 4y equals 40. Divide by 4. Divide by 4. Y equals 10. Easy. How many of you got that? No? Well, you had messed up. And that's why you would have done it, because I gave you a clue that it came out even. Okay, there's one more type of question. And that is this. Sometimes, so I'm gonna give you a question, and you need to listen to it and understand what they're asking for. If I was to say the sum of two consecutive integers, okay, what does sum mean?
When you add
Answer to an addition problem, right? The sum of two consecutive integers. What is an integer? Whole number. What are consecutive whole numbers? The sum of two what does consecutive mean? What does the word consecutive mean? What? What's consecutive mean? In order. Consecutive means in order. So it would be like 5 and 6 are consecutive. 13 and 14 are consecutive. 105 and 106 are consecutive. Does that make sense? In order. So if I was to tell you, listen to the question. Listen to me. Eyes up here and looking at me. If I was to say, I want the sum of two consecutive integers is 21. Okay, the sum of two consecutive integers is 21. In other words, when you add up the two numbers that are right next to each other, the total will be 21. Can you tell me what numbers those will be?
10 and 11.
10 and 11. You guys can figure that out in your head. Let me show you how to solve it for ones that aren't so simple. Does that make sense? Here's how you do it. It says the sum of two consecutive integers is 21. So here's the deal. This is how you set it up. I want to know what number it is, right? I want to know, if I want to know what the numbers are, here's the deal. I don't know what they are right now, so I have to choose n. That'll be the first number. Okay? The first number is n. And then we're going to add that to the second number. Well, how do I write the second number? Whatever it is, it's consecutive, so what will it be? If the first number is n, then the next number will be bigger than it by how much? By 1. So how do I write that? How do I write down that number plus 1?
2n.
No, that would be 2 times that number. Is that true? Are we multiple? Is 10 times 2 21? Is 10 times 2 11? We know the answer is 10 and 11. How do we get it to 11? If n is 10,
n plus n.
that would be 20 again. It would be what? We're adding 1. So the first number is n plus n plus 1. Do you agree? That will be the first number, and then this will be the second number, right? Whatever this number is, this one's going to be 1 more than that. Agreed? So it's n plus 1 equals 21. That's what this says. The sum of two consecutive integers equals 21. That's how you'd set the problem up. Let's solve it now. Is this side cleaned up? Is the 21 cleaned up?
Oh, yes.
Is this side cleaned up? What do I do here? Is there any distributive property here?
No.
No, there's not. So then it's just n plus n is 2n plus 1 equals 21. Minus 1 minus 1, 2n equals 20 divided by 2, n equals 10. Which tells you if n equals 10, then what are the two consecutive numbers? If the first number is 10, then the second number is 11. Okay? Try what? It's two consecutive numbers. What if I said this? I want three consecutive even numbers with a sum of 66. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm going to do this one for you again. I'm going to show you again. How would you do an even number? If two consecutive integers is n plus 1, how would you do even numbers?
n plus 2.
N plus 2. So here's the deal. So three consecutive even numbers. That would be n. The first number would just be n, right? The first of those numbers would be n plus n plus 2 plus n plus 4. Right? Here's the first number. There's the next even number. And there's the next even number. Does that make sense? Equals. I'm making them easy right now, but in the end, you have to know how to solve this, because I'll make it be equal 5,623. And then all of a sudden, oh, you can't do it that way. It makes sense? So, equals 66. So then now, line down the equal sign. Is there any distributive property to be done here?
No.
No. So it's just n plus n plus n is 3n plus
2.
6,
Oh.
right? Because there's a 2 and a 4, right? Equals 66 minus 6 minus 6. 3n equals 60 divided by 3 divided by 3. N equals 20. So what does that tell you? If n is 20, then what are the three consecutive even numbers?
22 and 24.
20, 22, 24. Does that make sense? Okay, I'll let you guys try one of these, just one. Just give me a second. Three consecutive odd integers. 3 consecutive odd integers with a sum of 249. How do you do odd ones?
1, 3, and 5.
No, 1, 3, and 5. So how do you set up the problem?
N plus.
It's still plus 2, right? Isn't it still plus 2, right? If I have the number 3 and I want to get to the next odd integer, what do I do?
Add 2.
Add 2.
Oh, yeah.
It's still adding 2.
So it's like.
Right? Set up. Seriously, eyes are up here. 3 consecutive odd integers. What if I had just said 3 consecutive integers? How would you do that? How would you do 3 consecutive integers?
N
Plus
N plus
1 plus n plus 2, right? So odd integers are n plus 2 plus n plus 4. Even integers are also n plus 2 plus n plus 4. But anyway, these are odd integers, so it's going to be n plus 2 plus n plus 4 equals 249. Once you have the problem set up, hopefully you can do this. That would be 3n plus 6 equals 249 minus 6 minus 6. 3n equals 243 divided by 3 divided by 3. N equals 81. What does that mean?
81, 83, 85.
Then as your answer, you would write down 81, 83, 85. How many of you got that? 81, 83, 85. Now here's the deal. How would you know if you got it right or not? What could you do?
You could.
How would you check?
Add them together.
Add them up. Add them up. See if they equal 249, right? Isn't that what we're trying to do here? We're trying to find 3 consecutive even odd integers that add up to this. Something else you can do is this. Take this big number up here. Take 249 and divide it by 3. See what it comes out to? It comes out to 83. So then you know that it's all going to be right near there, right? Does that make sense? So then if your numbers aren't near there, then they're not close. Don't you agree? Okay. Really all I have to do is go 81, 83, 85. You could do it just like that from dividing it, but whatever. Okay, let me give you your homework. Page 355, 1 through 26 even.